Greetings, and welcome to the official live stream of BlerdCon 2025, brought to you by Blerd Station. My name is Demetrius Holt, and I am the community partner here at Blerd Station.
We want to support our independent artists.
I'm happy to be here at BlerdCon, helping co-sponsor with Blerd Station.
Shout out to Blerd Station for providing the platform.
We appreciate the opportunity to promote it.
Shout out to him and Blerd Station for even making all this possible for us to go live.
Ain't nothing like your own folks supporting you.
Right.
Hey, we're at the Blerd Station panel.
I really want to thank Blerd Station for giving American Media the opportunity to be part of this broadcast.
Shout out to Demetrius, the good folks over at Blerd Station. Love your guys' channel, love what you're doing, and thank you for having me on.
You see how you guys glowed from that conversation?
What you're witnessing today is not just another live stream, but an expertly produced event by a dedicated press team capturing the very essence of the BlerdCon experience.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you. For anything black,
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Demetrius Holt, and I am also known as Hellspawn Cosplay.
They predicted the future more than Simpsons in the last decade.
I meant what I said, bro. I meant what I said.
Right here, say Blerd Station crew, y'all.
I can smell.
Created the black version, then I know him everything.
This is Chris Fury. This is Lady Mandalore. We're here with Ahmed Best.
But the tone of it is really what we found.
Blerd Station?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Apologies, sir. I wasn't really familiar with the game.
What?
This is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, and I'm here with the new legendary Orlando Jones.
Take time to express our sincere thanks and gratitude to each and every one of our sponsors who put in on this production.
Studio Moyo has officially joined Blerd Station as a strategic partner.
You'll also get an inside look at exciting projects by our esteemed sponsors, alongside original content produced in-house at Blerd Station. I'm the creator of Issue 1, an original series by Blerd Station. Whether you're looking to elevate your event or enhance your audience engagement, Blerd Station is here to help see your vision come to reality.
That's fire.
If you or someone you know is interested in partnering with Blerd Station, whether it's hosting a live stream or investing in our growing platform or sponsoring future broadcasts, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. You can go to blerdstation.com and hit contact and hit us up directly. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can keep up with all the information and content that we're bringing you. Help us spread the word. Thank you again for your continued support, and stay tuned for more incredible moments ahead.
Look,
crazy, ate the great nerdcore rap god. Got into a duel fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog, destined for the shadow realm. Y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sith is, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the menace. Who you kidding, bitch? I'm Dennis Knight. Sweet to drive, hide-headed rhymes are Shirley Cole. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, about to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. When this will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted jokes you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, Independence made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or Death Star. So far removed from the drama, we don't notice harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm Mary band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blerd's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Oh, hey everybody. We are down to 2 more shows if you count tonight. 2 more shows to the season finale this Thursday. So you want to tap in and have fun with us. But if this is your first time here, sorry you're catching the end of the ride, but it's never too late to catch on. I'm your host, Chris Fury, for Blerd's Eye View and the man on the wall and captain of the ship. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in so far the entire season. Showed their love, showed their appreciation, shared, liked, subscribed, told other people. Thank you. Continue to do so. We appreciate you, and we always have fun with our audience and with our guests, and hey, just having fun with ourselves. That sounded weird when I said that. Pay that no mind. With that being said, let's get this party started with my second in command, Lady Mandalore. What's going on?
Hey, how are y'all? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, doing good, doing good. I'm slightly jealous of that. But then I'm not, because then it messes everything else up for me. Black Spartan and Ensign Obi is in the building.
Camera's that way. Camera's that way. What's going on, everybody?
What's happening? What's happening? Our very own Shoko is in the building.
It's a world show, yo!
Hello.
Where's the keyboard? Where's the keyboard?
You know, it's right
She's
here.
going to give it to us probably Thursday.
It's right here.
How is everyone doing so far in this crew?
Good.
As if I didn't know already. For the people. It's for the people.
I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
What
you dying from?
I don't know. My body said, "Oh, here's 102-degree fever."
How's that going for you?
Do with it what you will. I don't.
You put it in the ether, and then I didn't hear anything else about it. And I'm like,
yeah.
I was glad to survive.
How are you feeling now?
Oh, I'm great. Great now. I don't have the plus.
Yeah, but whatever it was 24 hours. So there it is.
You get a 24-hour bug.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I get that.
Shoyo's. I love watching Shoyo's face because I know she be multitasking.
What did I do?
No,
That's
it's
crazy.
just, your face is a joy to watch in action because I know you only do this for streaming. But being here on the ship, you know, and just having your lovely face do things and click and clack it away, we love it.
I'm crying.
So for those who don't know, it'll be Thursday will be the last show for you, right? Because that's the season finale, or is it tonight? It's
Yeah, it's tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So tonight's the last night our show core will be leaving us. Not in the essence of leaving completely. Like she's still crew. Is just she's here, you know.
Yeah, I'll be in the back. I'll just be chilling. I got a lot of things to do. Unfortunately,
She's got adulting things happening, and we know how that is.
She got an empire to run. That's all it is. She just don't want to tell.
I wish it was an empire.
Yeah. The fact that you did not answer nor deny the question, just answer the question.
I wish it was an empire.
There's a certain person she needs to get in line. I know that.
Oh, 100%. That's Thursday.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
That's why they come on the show.
That's Thursday.
That's justified, though. I wish I had a front row seat to that.
Yeah.
That I wish I could see.
But our Reverend Navy's in the building. Maybe he can give Shoko a couple blessings on her departure. What's up, Dave?
It's Assalam Baloney to you all. Greetings and salutations.
How you doing, man?
It does sound kind of good right now.
I am hanging it, Joe. Don't get me started, okay? I'm actually doing better than I was today, and I see that Lady Mandalore and I have the similar fashion sense, as you can plainly tell. Bravo, the twins. Except your face is way better looking than mine.
This cruise connection is almost symbiotic. I want to say
it is freaking scary. Okay, that's how I feel about it.
Our very own Grill the Horror has arrived.
Yo, the headband gang is in here. Let's go.
See, I almost put my headband on when I was in the bathroom, and I say, "Yeah, nah, I ain't had it on all day."
Go with your instinct. Go with your.
It was gonna be the one you gave me too, but I was like, "Yeah, nah."
Go with your instinct.
Jesus. Before our TV's here, he's joined us, boots on the ground.
What it do, ladies and germs? It's Captain Treadmill, ladies and gentlemen. Only one, no one could do it but him.
Right.
Yeah, I am in pain after yesterday.
What did you do yesterday?
To finally beat a boss that I've been struggling with for like 5 years. That's
the endless battle?
I know that's right. You got arthritis or something?
No, don't. When you lose all your breath and excitement, but you're like, my legs still gotta move.
Yo,
so.
wait, because he's on the treadmill playing the game. That's why.
Oh, okay, your feet. Okay.
What happened?
You did the endless battle on the treadmill?
It wasn't the endless battle. It was just that one final fight they threw at the end of the DLC that like no one could get through.
Oh wow!
Zach and Cody been kicking me around for half a decade.
That's
Look,
brave soul.
Why? Let me see. Lady Mandalore has been streaming Jedi Survivor. I've been playing along with her on my own, and then I've been playing Guardians of the Galaxy. Not the crew. Y'all out there didn't give that game enough love. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I feel like
that game got a lot of hate because Avengers tanked so bad nobody wanted to hear anything. I heard people saying that should have been Game of the Year, but Marvel was just in a dumpster fire that year, gaming wise.
Yeah,
when it got enough soundtrack, and the soundtrack is fire.
Even the Telltale game kind of leads you into the third movie if you play it.
Yeah, that we don't like to too much discuss emotionally. So I don't do this quite often, but it's happened once already when it came to Sonic. So apparently, we do get our Ironheart trailer tomorrow. Thank you to all the Blerd creators out there who decided to get on their high horse and their podium and speak on it and say it because we got to feature it today.
Oh wait, we get okay. Oh, okay. I was like,
See,
wait,
ladies and gentlemen, bullying works.
I am excited for this. Okay.
So
keep talking that shit. Yeah.
Right.
It works. I wouldn't say it's bullying, but there's no other word for it.
Aggressive advertising.
Aggressive advertising. That works. We took a page out of Ryan's book and did some aggressive advertising.
Yeah.
So it worked. So we do get the full trailer tomorrow. So shout out to Ryan Coogler, Marvel Studios, and Proximity Media for putting this thing together. Thank God, because we were just like, clock is ticking. It's like, we're halfway through May, and this thing it premieres at the end of June. Hello.
Gotta feel like one of those shorts. People was eating up every single short we posted.
Right.
It's like shouting at him. Hey! Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Hey! Stop.
I was in my bag 5 days straight. I was in my bag. I'm like, yeah, get this today. You're getting this today.
You had time.
You almost feel bad for Coogler. He's like, can I just take 5 minutes? All I want is 5 minutes.
Nah, he asked for that because he's the man right now.
Look, I want black men to be successful, but right now that person, that meme of that Popeye's chicken person that's sitting on the bench right now, looks like they're worn out. I'm starting to think that's him right now.
No, he is Kobe in the locker room holding the trophy right now.
Yep.
He's got this is gonna wrap, and then we got Eyes of Wakanda. What, a week or two right after that's over? So
yeah,
he's on his 3-peat run right now. If anything, if this wasn't recorded like a long time ago, they either sat on it or they're just like. They sent the ninjas to like snag him from a Sinners premiere for 5 minutes. It was like, all right,
just need you to sit down right here.
Only five.
Just give us like a quick 5-minute run, and then you can go back to your press tour.
You know they've been calling him Coogler, Cookster, buddy. How you doing?
Yo, it's crazy.
It's Hollywood, so you know every word's baby.
Sitters, haven't had time to see it, but I've heard it's great. So when can we get you back on the Wakanda train, buddy?
Nah, that sounds crazy, bro.
There's at least one producer that did some foul stuff.
At least one goofy ass voicemail.
It's just
that line. You hear the line is getting taken right before he just waits before the voice gets high. Just
the nickname is crazy. I can't even imagine like someone being like, "Hey, the Coog," like
Pauly Shore.
That's you. Like,
not the weasel.
Like, who are you?
So I'm caught up with Andor with the exception of tonight.
Tonight's the pièce de resistance, man.
Man, that speech that Mon gave.
Yeah, but
she threw that. You talking about throwing caution in the wind?
She look. If I'm quitting my job and you want me to give a speech, I'm telling on every fucking body.
They was like, cut the feed. She was like, shit, I'm getting this out.
I mean, the door is locked. Why is that? Because it's normally broken. See what happens when y'all want to start touching shit late.
Who said this? Security, like last month. It was like the whole thing. I'm like, yes, let it crumble, let it fall apart. It's not happening fast enough. What's happening? No, but yeah, she gave a speech that even with everything that goes on now it's an amazing speech, and that's not the only speech we've heard. There's another speech that actually happened. Spartan, I think you know what that speech is. It was just as rousing. Like, oh no, we not done. We fighting. You may not see it, you may not hear it, but things is moving. So
it's like, happen.
Yeah. Other than that, real quick, the gang is getting back together. Kristen Ritter has announced that she is currently shooting in Daredevil season 2, Daredevil Born Again, which we already speculated, which already means
the
gang's back.
We need an army. I'm done.
He's got Frank already. Everybody else is just gonna fall in line.
All I gotta say is Luke Cage better get a hell of an intro.
Oh yes. Can we get Malik back over to do that said intro since he did such a great job on the show? I heard every soundtrack for every season of Luke Cage. That's still in rotation.
But here's the scary part. Do we have to acknowledge the elephant in the room? If we're acknowledging 1 and 2, does that mean that 3 has to come along as well?
Yeah.
He'll be somewhere in a boardroom looking down at the carnage and just doing a big sigh that he can't go outside. He's grounded and has to do paperwork.
No.
But you mean that lean against the glass window like my friends is outside playing and I can't go. I'm on punishment. That look.
Yeah. Because I still haven't seen no acknowledgments from any martial arts masters yet. So I'm sorry. That's still a no in that mind.
Well, Jackie's busy doing Karate Kid, so it can't be Jackie.
True.
Also old.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. It's a bit heartbreaking. It's a bit heartbreaking. We know it happens, but I literally was watching like Rush Hour 3 like just a couple weeks ago, and then I see the trailer for the Karate Kid Legends, and I'm like, damn, Jackie.
I mean, he's aging gracefully for a guy.
He's aging gracefully, yes.
It was just ran a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's moving gracefully for a guy that's for his age, for a guy that's ran through a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
this man has done his own stunts and everything.
Yeah, so I mean, between that and I'm like, I don't want anybody to show me a picture of Jet Li right now.
Actually, he's not as bad as you think.
That the last picture I seen, it was just bad lighting.
Yeah, that transition
lighting,
transition from last time we saw him to the Mulan movie was. But I also know he's got like a hyperthyroid thing too, so that's also not been helping.
Insufferable.
Yeah, seeing Wesley talk with vampire teeth in his mouth, and I'm like, dude, you spoke easy.
Still could do it.
It's like you got dentures. Love it, but man. Meanwhile, Michael Jai White still is aging gracefully.
That's a vampire right there.
DC, what the? I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
Oh no, don't worry about DC. They about to put their stamp on some stuff tomorrow morning. Thanks to James Gunn. He's releasing a full trailer for Superman tomorrow. So
this is gonna be interesting.
None of these other trailers were the full ones.
No,
they were teasers. They were teasers. They were teasers.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Shoyo said, "Wait a minute.
This is ridiculous. This is so unnecessary. Like they really just be like, we gonna make money off of your views every single time.
Yep.
Like, just give me the trailer. What is this?
They about to give it to you finally.
Hey, you about to get the trailer Friday, but yeah.
They need a palate cleanser between all the motherfucking movies. So I kind of don't mind these because they look good. And the story looks like it's going to be halfway to decent. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying I don't have the full story. So I'm going to say halfway to decent. So I don't mind the sniff of coffee after I just smelled some shit off to the side, before I move on to
Lord have mercy.
good flowers. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't mind a little bit of. Oh, by the way, we're not doing that shit no more. Okay, we learned, and now we're moving.
We over doing something else.
We got a little whoop before we go on to the.
Speaking of full trailers, we finally got the full trailer for Peacemaker season 2, and here it is.
They're going to be doing backflips to get you to join.
Welcome, Peacemaker, or do you prefer Chris? Either's fine. Can you tell us a little about your skills? I'm considered the finest marksman in the world.
The mic is off.
Yeah. I am also proficient in hand-to-hand combat.
How many more of these do we have today?
Is that popcorn still here?
Love popcorn.
My buzz is getting really big lately, so.
I have a variety of helmets.
This guy sucks.
Excuse me? Am I supposed to be able to hear you guys? Excuse me? You were talking about your butt and stuff? And also you said that I suck?
It is not funny.
I don't get it. We saved the world.
thought everyone would finally treat us like heroes.
I don't need anybody else to just forge my own path.
You're living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
Dang.
I've come to the conclusion you suffer from a particularly severe form of toxic masculinity.
Oh.
What?
Argus has been monitoring Peacemaker ever since Rick Flag Sr. was named director. Does he know that I have?
Kill this time? Yeah.
Bring me Peacemaker.
Mexicali, you scan for any anomalies throughout that house. Pony Boy, don't let him out of your sight. Titties, I want you to take the front door. Encino Man, you take the back door. Got it?
Yeah, but not the fucking names, dude. You can't just call us that.
Who do you think we are, fucking Berkeley?
We haven't always been great people. But we are the 11th Street Kids. No one will ever break us apart. You ready for the next adventure, pal?
Keep on keeping on.
What?
Who the fuck are you?
I am so curious about that last part, but
what you got, Spartan?
No, it's a guess. It's an educated guess. It's an educated guess in the multiverse. That's all I can say. Because the only reason it was a dead giveaway was because of the band on the wall. It was the band on the wall that's a dead giveaway for an alternate universe.
What the
The man on the wall where?
Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah. Because it's a Justice League reference from Justice League Unlimited. That's the reason why I'm like, oh, it's a multiverse. It's a multiverse bit.
So do you think they're going to introduce Flash in this?
Oh, not that Barry, please.
I don't know if it's going to be Flash. I don't know if it's going to be Flash.
I felt the pain rise up towards my way from this man's head.
I don't know if it'll be Flash in that scene or that episode, but that's at least that's new Peacemaker and Snyder cut Peacemaker technically.
Yeah. But we don't talk about Snyder.
Well, this will explain why we saw. This would explain why we saw the previous Justice League in the last season, and possibly we'll figure out what we're.
No, this explains why we seen Aquaman. Yeah, apparently, and unfortunately Barry. We didn't really see Diana and Clark.
But the crazy part is, not to throw fuel to fire, Grant Gustin has been awfully quiet when it comes to DC projects as of late.
As he should.
He's been very tight. He went from saying it would be great to be included to very quiet. A decision has been made.
I mean, we aren't against it. We've already voiced that.
Lobo's been pretty hush hush about everything too.
Yeah, outside of the
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, outside of the picture that was shown for Supergirl. Yeah, it's because he was ready to spoil it all. He's like, oh, wait till you guys see that. They was like, kill the feed.
That was a man that had the winning lottery ticket and had to realize he needed to shut up quick.
I think DC's getting to the point when they're ready to spoil a character, they'll show it. And I'd rather go with that formula because when they brought Mr. Terrific, I was happy. I was very pleased with that. But that means they were ready to present it. So all these little, oh my gosh, we got a picture of them on the set. Shut the hell up. Just
look, they shot here in Cleveland. Yeah, I seen some things on the set. So I'm just like, hey, this is good. This is fun. But yes, I like Peacemaker. I like what James Gunn does with these off-tier characters, and it's characters you like. You really don't care. It's not that many people that care about a lot of these characters that he writes about, that he's been bringing to the television and what he's been bringing to the screen. Because Guardians of the Galaxy, nobody was talking about any of these people
at all.
We knew as comic book readers, we knew they existed, but they weren't on our radar as like, oh, I got to get that book. I got to get that Star-Lord book. I got to get. Yeah, nobody was. That wasn't on folks' radar like that.
No. And you know what's funny is those who knew about Guardians of the Galaxy, like you, like like Chris and Spartan and I do. We kind of looked and it's like, y'all could have spotlit the original team. And I said, yeah, no, I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing.
They did.
And they ended up showing some of them later on.
Yondu was what, the only one that actually got full screen?
Yeah.
We didn't get Martin X. We didn't get Charlie 13. I was like, come on, y'all. Y'all could have put Charlie 13 on it. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
I will say they did give homage to the original group at the end of 2. So at least everybody's like, what's that? I said that's the original team.
Yeah. So they touched on some stuff. So I can appreciate what Gunn does when he takes these characters and says, hey, you know what? It's something, and he's right. There's something about those characters. It's not so much the characters, it's the stories that actually exist in those universes that make it worthwhile, because for some reason they get those types of characters, the Peacemakers, the Guardians, the crime syndicate, those types of characters, they get writers that you normally don't get on a major book. And it's like, you're in the D League. We want to see how well you write. We're going to give you like the crappiest character. Well, you're right. And turns out like they turn out some pretty damn good stories.
Gut wrenching, and go for the heart stories.
So I'm curious to see what we do now that Rick Flag Sr. is out of his coma, and somebody had to break the bad news to him.
Yeah. They didn't waste any time. I'm like, oh, you're not wasting any time, period.
You heard it when he sat there and said, bring me Peacemaker. I'm like, yep, we're going to tell that story.
Yeah.
It's not me.
You all right?
that was a real alarm. Who else on fire?
Right. Somebody need to check.
I'm not worried. It's fine.
Oh,
You seem very unfazed. Like
her whole face lets you know it's not a damn.
No, it wasn't nothing serious. I think that was actually the dryer or something like that.
Oh man, so
that was your dry. Oh, okay.
That would drive me a little bit to nerves, because that definitely sounds like a fire.
Nah, but even the fire thing, it is like, it's a little sensitive, because sometimes when I'm cooking in the morning, like it'll go off and then it'll go right off. I mean, it'll go on and then it'll go right off. And I'm like, yeah, because damn well nothing's burning. So like, what are you doing? But
sentient.
As soon as it gets a whiff, like no,
100%, it does it sometimes. But
I've had a smoke alarm do that, and I used to get so mad because I'm like, there's nothing burning.
Hey,
it's just the smoke.
My parents used to hate me at home because when I became like a teenager, and then I've always loved hot water, but they would be like, bro, you're burning your skin, because of the fumes would set off the fire alarm. And now that fire alarm would not stop after one time. It will go off. And then
question that Spartan has.
Go for it, Kira. You got this one. I'm gonna put Obi down for a second. Go for it,
Ryan.
How does the hot water cause?
Because all the steam and the fume that's coming out. I don't close the door to the bathroom.
Okay.
So you mean steam? You mean steam and not fumes, right?
Oh well, yeah, steam, not fumes.
Okay.
But like all the steam from the
They
hot
made it
water.
seem like she was washing with acid.
Hey,
what in the world?
No.
What level of hell temperature do you have on your shower, lady?
Hey,
I
all the way to the end. I'm not gonna lie. I like myself super hot, but
Boy, that hot water tank is working. It's
Your hot
maybe
water
it was
tank.
a racist fire detector.
I was say, was your hot water tank designed by
Was a bird off of you?
hey, I love the hot water. Because honestly, I don't think there's any hotter water than the water I get when I'm back at home. So yeah,
come to my place.
See,
let me come. I gladly see if it's hot.
Shoyo has showered and disinfected the tub at the same time.
You got hot water in New York City consistently? You go, girl.
Yeah.
That shower has
No,
been
and I
cauterized,
have to-
okay?
I can't turn the faucet on too far because I don't have to
How
put
high
any.
do
I
y'all
don't
got
have to
your
boil- I
heaters
don't have
turned
to boil
up?
my
Wow,
water.
you go, girl.
That's amazing.
I open the faucet, put the water in, put the tea bag in, and it's done.
How high do y'all have y'all hot water heaters turned up?
I don't
Bro,
ask
and
I don't know.
questions.
In New York
That's
City,
not
that's
my
not
decision.
That's a
We do not
that's
play
Take
very
a shower in that kind of water. No wonder New Yorkers are angry all the time.
I'm
Oh
crying.
my god.
We're not
Hey.
all angry, okay? Just some of us.
Y'all do
was
be angry.
It was
I'm
one or
not
two
gonna lie.
people I was waiting to answer. Y'all did not disappoint. Thank you
Oh.
for that.
I'm just saying, good lord.
You be all right.
You be all right. You
Spart,
look like
Spart had to look like, what is that? Wait a minute.
I just had this. Y'all bathing in sulfur. That's what y'all are. That is.
Oh,
I
damn.
want to come.
That's
I
what
do not want to look like old boy from
said.
Terminator 2.
Hey, if
Not
you
the
don't
toughest
feel
young,
like
looking young.
if you don't feel like you are burning, but you're not burning, then it's not hot enough to me. Like I don't know how to explain it because I don't feel it's not like it's paining me.
I
But
want a hot bath, but yo,
She said, kill the germs. That's right.
Ma'am.
Kill it.
Nah,
hey,
that's
and
not
I'm
consistent
the
to me.
person that takes a shower for like 30 minutes. So I'm in there for a long time, cranked up.
Yo.
Like it
You,
is
you at that point you roasted. You
That's
are roasted
okay.
and coming out steam.
because I'ma just sit there sometimes. Like you done finished, and it's just like
Have you made gravy
Sous vide.
before you
Let's
get
just
in the
get
tub?
She's
I'm just
making
wondering.
gravy.
She's a
Get
sous
into
vide.
a-
That's
into
what
a
that
It's
is.
a sous vide.
Hey,
Just go to a YMCA
is
that
this a
has sauna
base?
and get into a sauna 2 times or 3 times a week.
Is there a basting going on here? I know nothing about. I mean, like, what the juice?
You know what? That explains why Shoyo's skin looks immaculate. She comes out steamy.
Oh,
that's
facts.
crazy.
No, for
It's
My
real.
skin is not great.
It's
Y'all
the
are
steam.
lying.
It's the steam of it. She's in there. She was just like, damn it. No.
Hey,
Oh, that's what it is.
I'd be so mad when I turn the thing all the way over and it's not hot. Like it's like, why did I turn it all the way to the end and you're not giving me nothing? Like,
Because
No,
you
that's
use
pissed
up
off.
the hot water
You
for the
are,
month.
ma'am. There's a thing called fire tested.
hey, give me what I need.
Really, Malika? Really, sir?
I'm sorry. Shoyo's
And the hot
equivalent
water.
is a fire
It's the
blanket right
hot
now.
water.
Really, Malika? Really, sir?
On her last night on the ship.
Oh my gosh!
One of those
Wow.
parts are accurate, but I'm not gonna say which.
It actually could have been
And
reversed.
good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud of Shoyo. Ladies and
Oh.
gentlemen, I am
But I
so proud.
understand.
The things we learn about each other on this show.
On the show, let alone the chat. What do you mean?
The lifestyle knows no end, ladies.
We listen and we don't judge. That's just all we do.
I'm trying not to, but I'm just thinking about your hot water heater. Just is like taking smoke breaks. Like,
Hey,
girl,
you know, it was doing overtime or something, but it also not my water heater, so I ain't gotta worry about it. You know,
When you need it fixed,
You come in,
you're
you
gonna
get it,
walk
and you
around
out.
and worry about it.
you know.
She said, "Get up
yeah.
here and fix it now."
but you
Now.
know what? It works for you because I leave y'all alone with y'all showers because good God,
You'll be fine. You acclimate. You'll be fine.
acclimate. I might as well go in there with aluminum foil and just go ahead and just bake to 350 at this point.
I mean,
Yo, can somebody stop Malika, please? Can somebody stop this dude? Can you please stop this dude? What is wrong with you, man?
You're right.
Good Lord.
That's
water
hilarious.
right now. That's why she's smiling.
Hey,
She's relaxed.
I'm chilling. Malika, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't be smiling that much. Okay, this is the most people see me smile.
But when you smile, apparently
Now
we know.
see now, but
We know now.
There is purpose behind the grin. Okay, there's purpose.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's no pivot to that. I have no pivot.
Nah.
Nope.
There is not a pull up. There is not a pull up moment in any of that.
No, you just coast this one out. Just let it
There you
go
go.
on and just
Hold
let
on.
it ride it out.
Now this is a kick push moment, okay? So Lupe Fiasco knew what he was doing. This is a kick push moment.
Jesus.
Oh my
Trey,
goodness.
what's the word?
Yo, I'm done. I am done.
Look how we
That's the
sending her off in
important part
style.
to get out. That's crazy.
What up, Trey?
Don't worry, Shoyo. I'll be on your server a lot more.
I had no input for any of that. That's just
Nah,
Yeah, you know, we love to have you.
She may be the youngest and the smallest, but she is definitely going to be heard.
Yo, if y'all have never spent time with Shoyo, let me tell you, this girl is a nut. She is hilarious.
Not a nut. That's crazy.
I said what I said. You walked in my house. I can have formed my own opinion. I said what I said.
Hey, you know, I think that it's crazy that he says that because I think his behavior was very nuttish because I don't know who gives up their entire like bed and they're like, hey, you know, yeah, you can stay with me. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm good. Like, we can sleep on the couch. Like, I don't like that's fine. Like, he's like, no, you can have the whole room.
Look,
And I'm
Trey's like, wait, what did I walk in?
Man,
timing
press
is perfect.
rewind. Press rewind.
Not press rewind.
Okay, now to be fair, that is my rule. If I have visitors over, you're not gonna sleep on the couch. I can sleep on the couch. You take the bed. That's what the room is for. That is what it's called. That's what you mean by hospitality. I don't know what these other little niggas is talking about, but you come over and stay at my place. You ain't making a pallet on the floor. You ain't sitting in the chair. You ain't laying on the couch. Get your ass in the room and lay in a real bed. Okay?
I'm crying.
I said what I said.
I apologize.
Who apologized?
Lady Mandalore apologize. Why are you
What are you
apologizing?
apologizing for?
I don't know. Somebody slept on my couch at some point. Well, you know.
Oh
coming over
no!
my place.
Like
I think we broke to Far Eye.
I'm crying.
Kira
He's
felt
sitting
that
there
in the
with his
spirit
eyes.
of immediately said, I'm sorry.
I'm like,
I'm just over here doing my managerial duties. Don't go my
At
game.
least you invited somebody over. Shoya doesn't invite people over from like I don't usually have people like come to anywhere.
No, that's because she was like, look, I take 30-minute steaming, scalding showers.
Hey, best believe
Don't
you
expect
ain't
any
gonna-
hot water in the morning. Unless you're brushing your teeth, that's about all you're gonna get it for.
You go shower the night before.
You showered the night
Oh, show y'all saw that girl.
part.
Show y'all saw that girl in Evil Dead and was like, "Tevin up."
Nah, he would. Hey, man. All I can say is I need my water to be hot. HOT. Yes.
No,
add an extra T on there.
No, hers is
exclamation
HAWT.
points. HAWT. Yeah, I need that flaming hot.
Nah, see, when Shoyo says she speaks hot fire, that means she literally just left the shower.
Bama, take that down.
Not 5 minutes. Oh
Take that
Lord
down.
heaven.
We already trying to get you on.
That
to
sounds
the
like
clothes
that's not even
5
military
minutes.
shower.
5 minutes is the shower that you take when you're camping.
Nah, bro.
No, military.
Five minutes is the camping shower, Bam. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And that's why that's why I never camp.
See, I love to camp, but
This way you be like, no wonder y'all always getting attacked by bears.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
that's the only time where I'm like, look, if you don't shower, I kind of get it. Like, but you should be washing up or something. Like
I
when
send
you're
my black
camping.
ass home.
Nah. that's my kid's school. Why don't you go camping with us? No, we got civilization. I'm good.
See, I don't do camping with random people, and I would never recommend to do camping with random people, but it is really fun with like people that you know or family. Like, cause it's always gonna be some funny shit that happen. Hey,
Look, I already know just with us alone, we'll just be like, yo, it's time to go in.
Yeah, when we going back? How long have you been on being
At the same time, You were in the woods, surrounded by wildlife. I'm sorry. What is fun about Yogi? About Yogi, Baloo, and all them out in the woods ready to get you.
I mean,
we broke Trey.
You know,
He was like, "What is happening right now?"
Right.
And
You
here's
know-
the thing: this is none of the after dark stuff. This is not a day. This is just he's just catching pieces. Here like, wait, what? Huh? Wait, bed sleepovers, hot shot. What is happening right now?
We have our whole entire tangent has just went.
Nah, that's.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out where to timestamp it and what I even call this part.
Hey, you know,
Randos.
Miscellaneous.
Don't knock it till you try it.
It all
Camping
started.
is
It all
really
started with a
fun.
show yo shower.
What is it?
Oh, I like
TMI
that.
with
Show shower. Show shower.
Literally, it all started with the show your shower. That's the
shower.
tag.
First of all,
This all started with an alarm, and then we got
show shower.
Yeah, the mystery alarm that turned out to be a viral.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, let's reel this back one. Yeah. Got one more trailer. I got one more trailer.
One more trailer.
Is Nobody 2. Bob Odenkirk is back. If you have not seen Nobody, you are missing out. It's by the same people that did John Wick, so you are in for a ride. But I didn't even watch the trailer. I said, I'm holding back. I'm going to watch this live. So I'm holding back on this one. I'm going to watch it live. So here we go.
Trey, shut up. I've come to terms with the fact that you don't have an average job.
You guys having fun at the convention?
But we haven't seen you in months.
What happened to your eye?
Somebody fouled me at the game.
What game?
The one you missed.
And summer break's just a few days away.
We should do something. Strictly family time.
Come on, kids. It can be an adventure.
Let's do this.
I am just so happy to be all together.
Hey, city boy.
Hey.
Get out of here. Let's go right now. I understand protecting your sister, but there are other ways to handle things. I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
I like your way better.
What the hell, Hutch? On our first day?
I think I stumbled into something.
You're vacationing in an old bootlegging route, full of drugs, crooked cops, and one woman who controls it all. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah.
You'll want to de-escalate the situation.
De-escalate. No escalating. Guys, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm here on vacation.
Yes.
Find this nobody.
Yeah.
Scorched earth.
I just want a break.
There's no way you were just some family man.
We all have different sides. But most of all, you're a dad. Go fix this shit.
I told you.
I'm on fucking vacation!
Yeah, I was already on board.
Let me say,
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck this is. It says Nobody 2. I've never seen Nobody.
The first movie was called Nobody. That's why.
Yeah, and you still don't know what he act. You just know
He be messed with.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely giving Nanami on some like, bro, I'm on vacation, bro. It's overtime. Why?
Watch the first one because it's so much that even by the end of the film, you still don't know what this character does or did in his past life. You just don't know.
Because
You
he
don't
look like a
know.
little scrawny dude. Like
That's the whole.
And those are the most dangerous ones.
because he really looked like he came out of Revenge of the Nerds.
This man has the crazy part about this show, yo. This man, whenever he talks to somebody, it's like talking to John. It's like John Wick / Jason Bourne vibes. Like the moment he's talking to somebody, it's like, do you know who that man is? And as soon as they whisper, it's like, we are so sorry. It's like, what did this dude do?
So we call him Jason Bourne or
respect?
John Wick. So we call him John Bourne or Jason Wick. There we go.
Yeah, it's but the first one is actually really good. It's more like a sleeper hit.
It really is.
And it was by the producers who did John Wick. Is by the same.
Yep.
We're about to be fed a lot of John Wick stuff because we got that documentary coming out. We have Ballerina, which is the John Wick spinoff.
Yep.
And you got nobody.
Also, Kane spinoff is supposed to happen too.
Kane spinoff. And then they're working on a John Wick 5. So
they getting their money back.
man.
No,
Hey, here she go.
No, the way that they did do it at the last part of the fourth one, he should be laid to rest.
I got one way to set up, lady. I got one way to pull you back into it. It's gotta be the end of the high table.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take that, but I
has-
hate the way that they're gonna bring him back. Come on now.
We don't.
He's not dead. Even the dog knows he's not dead. The dog knows he's not dead.
And
You want him to be dead. That's how you feel about it. It's okay.
It was just like
he dead.
But I think after falling off the building in the third one, and then how the fourth one ended too. Come on.
No, he just had a rough week. That was
The sad
Not
part
a
is,
rough
as
week,
those movies were, that's in the encompass of 1 month. Well, actually, 2 months. Sorry, 2 months. That's the entire
that
time.
man's been moving. He's just exhausted. It was like he's dead. No, he's exhausted. That man is tired.
This man ran
He's
3
been non-stop.
miles.
He needs to show your shower.
Oh my
Lord. Trademark, of course.
Yo, that sounds like something from a triple X porno, bro.
Hey,
We apologize.
Hey, that's for the Patreon. Relax.
Hey, yo, hey, deep throat. Hey, yo, hey.
Oh, see, now just mention Fight or Flight. I seen that too. Yeah, same people.
Oh, I need to see that.
Fight or Flight.
These people, yeah, that's another one.
They just making all the action movies. Are we not tired?
No.
Oh,
wait, you haven't watched neither one of them. What you mean?
I ain't watched the John Wick. I have seen many Bournes.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch John Wick.
No,
I've
seen too many.
The movie was over 10 years ago. What are you?
It's so good.
You are correct.
You got to.
I need
And
you
then
to
all of that on top of Mission Impossible. So it's like we're getting we're getting hit with a lot of action films.
We're getting to the start of the summer period, so I guess that does make sense.
Yeah.
The worst part of the
I
year,
mean, nobody does look. It looks cool. I'll probably watch the first one, like Trey said, and just to see what it's about. But
He ain't gonna
I
like
mean, it
it.
looks interesting.
Dang.
Golly.
I love you.
No.
Hey,
lies.
I'll be in the movie theater when I see people. I'm the person that's in the theater when I'm watching action movies, and they pull the crazy like sequence of fight in, and they take the gun, the bullets out, and then stab them in the neck. I'd be like, God, it's like I can feel it. Like I don't want to. Nah.
Oh, you be the one in the fifth row making all that noise. Oh, okay.
I can't lie. Look, we were the ones in the crowd that we kept hearing about John Wick and the pencil, and when we finally seen it, we were like, "Ooh, never mind." I don't think I needed to know, but they found out.
I want to know what was the bread of that pencil that held up that long.
Last time I seen somebody get a pencil done in, it was Joker.
Yep.
I was gonna say the same pencil they used in the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I was like, that's the last time I'm like, that's a tough pencil. You take a pencil and you stab it through the table and it stands up. You didn't break the lead. What version of lead is that?
Saratoga, stop playing.
He checked for Michael John White though.
Man,
Dang.
I just knew he was gonna have a bigger role in that film. I was like, oh, Michael John White.
You should have.
Wait, what happened? You know, just like,
and it's gone.
Oh my God. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about power plays and politics in Star Wars, not the other politics that we deal with. But the crossover is very real. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned, people.
Let's reach out one time.
Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented Blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 Blerd mystery box company.
Welcome to the Super Breakdown Podcast, where cosmic tales unfold. Join Power Maximus, Lord Triage, and the Darth Legacy Jason M40 on a journey through heroic realms where legends are born and destinies entwined. Delve into the cosmic currents, unraveling the mysteries of superheroes, villains, and champions. Embrace the cosmic energy that binds us all, and let your journey begin. This is the Super Breakdown Podcast. Enter the cosmic saga.
What? Yeah. What? I understand I got a lot on my mind, a lot on my chest.
Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or death star. So far removed from the drama, we don't notice harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. A merry band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blur's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah. 'Cause 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 'cause
Greetings, and welcome to the official live stream of BlerdCon 2025, brought to you by Blerd Station. My name is Demetrius Holt, and I am the community partner here at Blerd Station.
We're going to support our independent artists.
I'm happy to be here at BlerdCon, helping co-sponsor with Blerd Station.
Shout out to Blerd Station for providing the platform.
We appreciate the opportunity to promote it.
Shout out to him and Blerd Station for even making all this possible for us to go live.
Ain't nothing like your own folks supporting you.
Right.
Hey, we're at the Blerd Station panel.
I really want to thank Blerd Station for giving American Media the opportunity to be part of this broadcast.
Shout out to Demetrius, the good folks over at Blerd Station. Love your guys' channel, love what you're doing, and thank you for having me on.
You see how you guys glowed from that conversation?
What you're witnessing today is not just another live stream, but an expertly produced event by our dedicated press team capturing the very essence of the BlerdCon experience.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you. For anything black,
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Demetrius Holt, and I am also known as Hellspawn Cosplay.
They predicted the future more than Simpsons in the last decade.
I meant what I said, bro. I meant what I said.
Right here. Say Blerd Station crew, y'all.
Created the black version, then I'd owe him everything.
This is Chris Fury. This is Lady Mandalore. We're here with Ahmed Best.
But the tone of it is really what we found.
Blerd Station? Yes. Okay. All right.
Apologies, sir. I wasn't really familiar with the game.
What?
This is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, and I'm here with the new legendary Orlando Jones.
Take time to express our sincere thanks and gratitude to each and every one of our sponsors who put in on this production.
Studio Moyo has officially joined Blerd Station as a strategic partner.
You'll also get an inside look at exciting projects by our esteemed sponsors, alongside original content produced in-house at Blerd Station. I'm the creator of Issue 1, an original series by Blerd Station. Whether you're looking to elevate your event or enhance your audience engagement, Blerd Station is here to help see your vision come to reality.
Oh, that's fire.
If you or someone you know is interested in partnering with Blerd Station, whether it's hosting a live stream or investing in our growing platform or sponsoring future broadcasts, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. You can go to blerdstation.com and hit contact and hit us up directly. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can keep up with all the information and content that we're bringing you. Help us spread the word. Thank you again for your continued support, and stay tuned for more incredible moments ahead.
All right, we're getting some of the crew back in. It's happening. So before we get into the Star Wars and Andor talk, we just celebrated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And I know Tafari said there was some some moms in Blerd culture that we can give some shout outs to. So I will go first on the list as saying Claire having big fun in Baltimore with the wretched Huxtable is on my list as top black mom.
He was having big fun.
I don't think there hasn't been one to top that one yet, because she reminded me so much of my own mother. So
Flashback. Yeah,
so like when she goes off, I'm just like, yeah, let me go get up and clean this room right quick because I know I messed up. Like, what in the world? Lady Mandalore, do you have any black mothers in the Blerd sphere that come to mind?
Pass.
I can't think of anybody else.
It almost sounded like she said ass, but I know that's all.
Pass.
Really?
I'm gonna give you one.
I can't think of
Abort.
What game did you just play?
That don't count.
It does.
How does that not count?
She was a good mother. Fuck grandma.
Mama Blood can't count.
That is up for debate. I
Mama
took
Blood
your child out into the middle of a goddamn flood to go
She
check
was
on the rest of
mothering
the baby.
everybody else.
No,
Right.
but that's Louisiana living. They knew everybody there.
I mean, you look at their houses built on stilts. They knew what they signed up for.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Even the drunk
Louisiana.
neighbor made it.
If she was a 5-year-old, it
on that
was
one.
different.
But
But
still.
she, like,
I'm just saying it was questionable logic. She could have had that baby check on them people before it got closer to the flood. Is all I'm saying. Just time.
But we also know why.
She
Without
wasn't
spoiling the game, we know
get
why.
there till late.
Oh, why?
She got there at the crack ass of the flood, so she wasn't.
Flood cracks, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're all about here on Flood cracks.
Oh my
Please,
god!
please
Okay.
play South of Midnight for the understanding of why we keep saying Mama Flood should be giving her flowers.
Yes.
Like the grandma.
As okay, wait, I got one.
No, grandma can.
I do.
Fuck her. That's it.
No, that bitch. She better again. May she gargle gravel forever.
Wow.
She got that
I
shit
agree.
easy.
The mother.
I agree.
From Forever. I know
Yeah,
she might.
wait, which mom?
The new one. Did you finish it?
No, don't say nothing.
Which
Hey,
one, Justin or Keisha's
new
mom?
one. That's-
Justin's mom.
All I can say is
Okay.
I finished that show today, and I
Girl,
loved it.
I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with that show. Forever.
That's not hard to do.
Now, I'm not gonna say I'm obsessed with
No,
any
it
of
is
the
hard to do.
people in the show, but it was an amazing show.
Yes, it kept
Yeah.
me. It's got me hooked.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
into the,
I know
the
Tafari.
lovey-dovey, fluffy,
Please
fishy
finish
bullshit.
it. It was
If
amazing.
y'all
They
need
did
a happy,
really well.
unproblematic, no trauma black watch, Forever on Netflix is definitely a recommendation.
It
Oh,
was
wow.
very good. It
No
was really
drama.
good.
No,
No trauma. Trauma.
Trauma.
There is
Oh,
drama.
Like
but
there's
no
some
trauma.
teenage drama in it, but nothing that's like, all right, we got to go like sling this much money before somebody come and do some.
It's a good. It's a good.
Giggity.
It's wholesome.
It's got good commentary
It's
on
wholesome.
many
I'm
very
with it.
real things.
Okay. Well, Tafari.
I'll go old school from my generation. We'll go Tanya Baxter from That's So Raven.
Old
Cool
Oh,
mother.
I said for our group.
He didn't say for
That's
his
not old
generation.
school.
He said for his generation.
She was a good mother.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that like she had real life problems, and they're like, we're not gonna write her off the show and kill her off. We're just gonna say she's getting her doctorates in Europe somewhere, and they finally brought her back like 20 years later. So I appreciate the fact that like they kept her continuity wise. They could have easily said they got divorced or something bad happened to the family. They just
I'm just glad they didn't take the most problematic route for that. Navy.
I'm going for royalty, y'all. Let's go for Queen Mother Ramonda.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go straight for royalty because down to the end, she was still going to be a mom. She was still going to be that.
She gave everything.
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 I have given you.
Does Annie count though?
Yes, she does.
Yes, Annie does count.
She was a mother. She was a mother.
Yes, it does.
For
Oh,
like
you know, I would
5
let
minutes.
that be mine.
Fine, don't do that. Shut it down. Don't do that.
I like that.
I'm just saying, Queen
Let
Charlotte's
that be mine.
Queen Charlotte's entire generation. Queen Charlotte has like 50 of them in the garden. I'm just saying.
Queen Charlotte, you're saying is one of the best mothers?
No, I'm saying no. They were. I was saying Annie was a mom for like 5 minutes. Lainey was saying don't do it.
9 months and 5 minutes. Don't do that.
Okay.
She just her child just died as
You want to keep digging that hole? You want to keep digging that hole?
She was asking for the explanation. Look, I'm not gonna get trapped between. This is not fair. Okay.
How did
she didn't hear
already trapped? Ain't no fitting him.
Danger! Pull up!
Really, Chris? Really?
I know when to bow out.
Hey, I did not know what was said.
I was pulling in two directions here.
The moment it was said, eject.
Look, that's where Navy hit him with the move. Boy, I told you.
And you guys, I just give him the face. Yes.
I'm trying to think. I'll give it to Annie, but I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like blerdy mothers, and I can't even really think.
You go
of one.
TV.
I don't
you
have
can go,
anyone animated or nothing like that either.
Yeah, you can go across the board if you want to.
I'll go Raquel Irvin, Rocket.
Raquel Irvin.
Rocket from Icon and Rocket.
Scratch that off the board.
They did
Milestone Comics, sweetheart. Milestone.
They did her parenthood journey very dirty in Young Justice. My God,
man.
Static right.
My.
They gave her the stereotypical "ain't nothing with my child" route. God, good Lord.
I'll give another one. Bitterroot, the matriarch in Bitterroot. They're there.
Yeah.
I'll go one further. When Navy said Queen Mother, I was like, which one are we talking? Because Storm, while not physically a mother, however, in different timelines, she is.
She's Queen.
But even with other X-Men that are younger than her, that she just kind of mentors, she has a nurturing attitude. So she's built for it.
She's built for it. Evolution. That was everybody's mom.
I was gonna say when you said Queen Mother, I thought you were going another route.
I thought he was gonna go Come to America. That's what I thought he was doing.
Her too. You're gonna go Mage Sinclair. I was gonna say
Mage Sinclair is
for playing the Queen in 2 movies.
Like she's like, no, let the boy do what he need to do. But he needs to let him do what he needs to do.
The hardest line ever said to James Earl Jones with no comeback. And I thought he was the king. It was uncomfortable in that limo ride. I felt bad for that flower girl. Just you right in front of the king as he just got checked by the queen.
You just get out of here and put them flowers on the concrete. I don't hear nothing from you. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing.
See, James, it is tradition. Yes, and tradition is done by royalty, and that's what that line just that line just comes out of nowhere.
So put you in line real quick. Go ahead, Spartan.
I had 2 because I had to go back and recheck mine. Vivian Banks, the original.
Yeah.
This and it's gonna kill me that I can't remember her name right now. Save my life. Janet Hubert.
Hubert. Okay, yeah.
Boy. Yeah, Janet DuBois.
Both of them, yes.
Yes. I mean, I always go for the original one because I always felt like she was the Vivian that spoke to me because that was my mom. She's sweet, but whoo.
You talking about Janet DuBois?
Yeah.
Or Hubert? Yeah, that Aunt Viv was my Aunt Beverly. That's
not you got an Aunt Beverly too.
Between her,
I think most black folks do got an Aunt Beverly.
Yeah, you either got an Aunt Beverly or you got a Harriet Winslow mama, Joe Marie Payton. You got her. because she be nice, but when you messed up, the whole neighborhood knows you messed up.
That was my mom.
Except for that time where the diner caught fire and they showed. I don't know what that was all about. That run was. I'm like, yo, why y'all got here? You're out here running to this fire. Looked like she jogging a whole block.
Right. So that's my two. That's like I think about moms. I was like, oof, that made me think of two women that's about as close to my mom as it gets.
Yeah.
The two other ones I put up there was Trudy Proud and what is Adrian Lafayette.
Yeah,
Lunella's mom. When she found out she was Moon Girl, I was like, "Yep, that's it for this." Change the intro to the title screen and everything. She'll count. She'll count.
When you find out your son failed Spanish, woo!
Yikes. I'm crying. No.
How do you just like? How do you fail? How you got a D in Spanish? I'm Spanish.
She went straight into it. Mijo, look here. I was like, oh.
even his dad was like, oh Lord, I can't even get a
That's
boy
really
this.
They be teaching Spain Spanish, and it be like you got folks from Mexico, El Salvador, Puerto Rico in here. Like you're literally trying to require folks to use the vosotros, and they don't use that.
They don't.
Right?
They do not.
Ever.
Just like Miles' dad, though, his look, I was just like, can't save him.
It was the woo and look to the ceiling that got me. Just he didn't look at his son once. Just
I know Spanish. Como tel llamas.
You're done. If I could close my camera like Chris did,
that's all.
He sounded like Martin from Blue Streak. El gato el los pantalones.
Thank God for Google Translate.
It's like, you got a cat in your pants. I'm like,
oh my Jesus.
I will say Lisa from Sister Sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Jackie.
Tafara, do we need to call 911?
Cat's over here sneezing up a storm because she stays sticking her nose in dusty places she don't need to be in.
And that's why I don't trust cats.
You turned around like it was in a horror movie, bro, and that was
she was asleep, and then I heard a noise. I'm like, oh, it's just you again.
I'm gonna say Dre's mom from Blackish.
Okay.
She reminds me of my grandmother. I love her. And because
you talking about Jennifer?
Yeah, Jennifer Lewis.
No, Rainbow or Ruby?
No, Rainbow.
Dre's mom, not Dre's.
Ruby then. Ruby.
Don't get me wrong, Rainbow I like, but like I said, Dre's mom for me reminds me of my own grandmother. And
when Ruby has those mothering moments, she has a mothering moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it gets ghetto real quick.
she has
it's a fine balance. It's like you catch her in the kitchen by herself, and she really kind of give you some choice of advice, and you be like, "But didn't you just say don't worry about that, baby?" I'm like, right.
It's always a tough love that follows afterwards. Like I'm gonna love you, but you finna get hands laid on you first.
When you hear them say "Don't worry about it," yeah, that's when you know you are at the fence. Don't open that gate.
Don't worry about it. Run.
Who else you got, lady?
Yeah. Who else?
I was gonna say because I'm watching Everyone Hates Chris.
Really? You would put her up there?
Rochelle?
I because I'm watching it. I like her personally. I don't think she's a great mom, but I like her personally.
Good mom.
Look,
I mean, it's not really.
Rochelle was a terrible mom.
You know what it is? I think the cartoon show did a good job of fixing what people didn't like about a character, because the first thing they do is go up to the school and basically bring up the entire previous show worth of problems. And then she's like, I could just call the news. I could call lawyers, so you could fix this right now. So I get it. People say it's like, oh, the show's actually a horror movie. I'm like, it's not.
Rochelle has her moments. I just hate that she's like, my husband got 2 jobs. I said, stop putting my info back out there in the streets like that.
And not only that, she'll be quick to say, I'm not working because of that.
Yeah,
I'm not how it goes. Julius had 4 jobs, didn't he?
Well,
damn near.
I think at one time he did have 3.
She was not the best wife, but she was a good mom. Is that a fair?
Yes, it's fair. That's a fair assessment. Look, when she say I'm gonna knock you in the middle of next week, I'm like, and I felt that.
That's a standard.
Crying.
That's standard in any black house. It should be standard.
It be standard. I felt seen.
I felt seen is crazy. Oh my heavens.
Dang.
Okay. I would not mention Florida Evans. I
Hell no.
See,
James went through a lot.
You killed
There
that
was
man
some
off.
moments. There was some moments where we came up, baby. No, we need to get that money back. No, we don't. We need to get out of this daggone apartment in the hood. We are in the jets right now. We need to come out of this.
Or the
You got
fact
JJ. You got JJ flirting with every model he's painting. This boy should have been made it up. Somehow we ended up with Thelma and her husband, who busted his knee, can't even play NFL football no more.
I'll tell you the worst. I'll tell you the worst Florida Evans going when they had the kid over and the boy didn't want to do homework, and you see James's character be like, "Look, in my house, all my kids do homework, and we all eat at the table." And that kid kind of bucked up to him. He said, "Okay, we're gonna talk to you for a minute." Hit him up in the bathroom. What if Florida Evans? Don't do nothing, James. I'm like, you are the problem. You are the doggone problem.
Someone who's not biologically a mother, but took the mother role on very religiously, Aunt Wanda from Bernie Mac.
Yep.
Oh, of course. She's still a mother, yeah.
Yeah.
You still a mom if you took the role, but yeah, taking on 3 kids after you done had your own.
Man.
Right.
Shout out to Aunt Wanda. God dog. Because them kids, boy,
them kids are something else.
Bernie had every right to be pissed. He was like, yo.
Oh, you know what? I would give it to my wife and kids.
What's her name?
Tashina Arnold. Her character, not Tashina.
But the other.
I can't think of her name, but you know who I'm talking the fuck about.
Yeah.
So,
Tisha.
Yes, her.
Yeah. What was her character's name on there?
Cora was all right.
Was it Janet?
I needed more Mabel than Cora.
Yeah, it was. You mean
Meet the
Medea?
Browns? No. Let me tell you
something. Mabel was booked. Cora was saved. Cora is basically Mabel when she was saved.
If we're being honest, we don't really get to see any of the women in his anything be mothers, even if they are mothers. It's like we just know it as their mothers and their relation to somebody, but we don't actually get to see who they are as a mother, because that's not really not the depth to their character in that way.
The funny part is Meet the Browns actually showed Cora a little bit better, but then it just somehow changed the trajectory of the show. Like, you actually had her being a mother and actually being positive and uplifting and encouraging, and next season she's almost dead.
Yep, Tisha Campbell.
No, Tisha Campbell, and it
That's
was
her name.
Janet Kyle was her character.
Yeah,
Janet Kyle. He just called her Jay. That's what it was. But so Janet Kyle had some moments because she had to keep getting her husband together for that. And Junior, Jesus Christ, Junior.
Hey man, didn't get all the points on the test for spelling his name right. Come on now. Hey man,
how'd I get a girl pregnant? Well, son,
and Junior was crazy. I don't know what he was doing half the time.
I think he questioned. I think he questioned, like, is Junior even my kid? There's no way.
It's a valid question sometimes. It's funny because her and Tashina basically in Everybody's Chris were just the reverse roles of Pam and Gina. She was a whole ex-con.
That is true.
Aunt Helen from the Jamie Foxx show.
Yep, she was a good one.
You know, even though Jamie Foxx was even though his character was technically grown, she still had that mother, and she still had that mothering instinct, you know, despite all the stuff that Jamie kept wanting to get into. Like,
shout out to Mark Curry for giving us the funniest scene in the entire show.
That shows
the only man that made the entire area break.
That was a little wild. That I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't watch that. That whole scene is you have to watch the driving instructing episode with Mark Curry on the Jamie Foxx show in order to get a real. You're just like, you watch everybody. You keep going back. You watch everybody in that scene. It's everybody in that scene broke.
Is that when he ran and like slipped on the desk, but still kept it?
Yep. Everybody in that scene broke. Jamie broke. Dude that played Braxton, Christopher Duncan, he broke. It was a woman in it was a woman wearing a leather jacket. He broke.
It's too
Don't
late.
even look away, Kira.
What's she looking away for?
Go
Because
to
of what
chat.
you said.
Oh, chat. Wait.
Go to chat.
You talking about Bama? Oh my!
Wow.
What's crazy is
That's what I said. That's
crazy.
why I looked Kira. I stared Kira directly through the webcam. Like, really?
What's crazy is I had read it. I did not make that connection. You said go
She
back.
was like, look, this is show yo was
I
like,
didn't
oh
know
my gosh, man, what is going on?
I didn't know because to not like my wife and kids, Bama, like, come on now, dog. You gotta give me something to work with, man.
It was like I did. He said I did. Bam was like I did
Oh,
like
I
my
was
wife
he
and kids.
did, but now I got to
Jay
he didn't.
didn't. That's what Shayo was like. Are you okay? What is going on?
I definitely read that as didn't.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
he did say did. At first he said did, and then he said didn't.
Oh, okay. So I was right. Okay, yeah.
Never clarify. Do you like it or not?
Hey.
Bama, pull up.
So
pull
okay.
Up. Pull up.
I was trying to get
terrain is close. Pull up.
I got another one from the sitcom. I got another one from the sitcom. D from Owisha. Aunt Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yes.
She was a saint after what that man did.
Oh my God.
After what the producers did. After what the producers did, let's be real.
Right.
They, to be totally honest, because they made Frank out to be a whole villain after everything he did up until the whole point where Ray J shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm like, dude, what?
And that's when you know it was the end of the show. You know, that was the end of the UPN run.
Well, everybody in the house was mad. Miles was sitting there like, what's going on? I said, man, if you don't take your big head behind on out this road, let these grown folks handle their business. No, it was D was an absolute saint. Like, she came in like, hey, I'm not trying to be your mama, but I want to make sure you're okay. And Moesha was giving her the blues for a hot minute, and then she warmed up to it. She realized, oh, okay, she's not bad at all, you know, and dealing with all that, and then talking to Frank and making like, hey, maybe you should chill out and let me talk to her, you know, because Frank was strict, and you were just like, well, you get it. Up until that point, you get it. Frank was strict because he got a teenage daughter, you know, and
yeah.
He got one of her friends always coming over, eating up all his food, and it was a bunch of stuff going on. I see the protectiveness, but then when Ray J comes into the scene, as the nephew,
everything's open.
You're
supposed to check auntie before you just walk in openly saying stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, he came in and I just spilled the beans, and she was like, you didn't say nothing. No, you did.
I just love the fact that I am so glad y'all finally was able to spend time with your son. Wait, what?
Like, you could play it all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? Like, damn, they just let that one go completely.
That was all types of bad, man.
I mean, that's how family members be letting shit that they shouldn't be saying out loud. Like this.
The crazy thing is, it wasn't no barbecue in place and nothing. I'm like, y'all just
a regular setting and then curveball. I was gonna say, I forgot. Monique and Miss Pat.
Yeah.
Because
Miss Pat, I'm like, she right, but I'm like, come on, Pat, calm down a little bit.
Miss Pat is my aunt. That is my aunt to a T.
That was some scary stuff. I'm like, even her husband was like, "Come on now." It was like, maybe you need to reel back a little bit.
No,
Loretta Devine as the mom of the Carmichaels was good. She was good too for the
Loretta
Carmichael
Devine
show.
as the mom or the aunt, and
well, except for Everybody Hates Chris when she was Rochelle's mom.
Or do you remember Jumping the Broom? Because
Yes.
she was not a good mother there for that moment.
Yeah,
that we've seen her. I know she cared about her son, but she was on some bullshit. Yeah,
She was criticizing Rochelle's house, criticizing the furniture, eating all her turtles, and then just left.
Right.
Because she ain't had no
Yeah.
reason to be going up to Angela and them like that. Like,
yeah, no, she was tripping. I at least liked her in the Carmichael show because the girl who played, what was it, Francine, his girlfriend. They at least had a good mix of new and old ways of thinking. And they at least came to, like, when it would clash, it was at least like left with an understanding versus who's right and wrong.
Is it me or was most of us watching the Carmichael show for Loretta Devine and David Allen Greer?
Oh, that's what got us there. But then Gerard, that dynamic with Gerard and her brought me in too.
But Gerard had some interesting. He brought some interesting topics. I'll give him.
Yeah,
that.
he did. I was just like, what's David gonna say this time?
And then we found out Gerard was playing a whole different role all 3 seasons.
Shoot, Marla Gibbs and Regina King. That's another 2.
Yes.
Hey, honestly, I give my
Mary
to Regina just in general.
Wait, what show?
227.
Right.
Yeah, Regina, Mary. If I'm not mistaken, she directed the Forever show. She's the director of Forever, so
it makes sense then. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I forgot about Mary. Mary was also out there on the stoop.
Mary.
I was about to say that be the case. Same girl from Sister.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of them in sitcoms, and there's a few in comics. I will not give it to Black Lightning's wife in the television show.
But she was.
She was a good mother. She wasn't that great of a wife. I'll put it that way.
His whole family was pissing me off every season.
The way
Christine Adams handled that role, though. Christine Adams handled that role.
Yeah.
I just hate the way they original character of the show. Because in the comics of the show, I'm like, you do know. Okay.
Look, man, the community loved Black Lightning. He was coming home to his biggest ops every episode, all 3 of them. they were the Breakfast Club. He was Birdman. Like, it was.
He's like, I am trying to keep y'all safe. I am trying to keep this city safe. I am trying to keep my school safe and my job.
Youngest daughter's hard-headed. The other one is a serial cheater for no damn reason. Your wife's on drugs. Shit's crazy out here.
I still laugh about Tobias Well, the chocolate-covered Incredibles.
And then you got Lala, the undead gangster.
Right. But
it's funny because every show I see him in, he's basically just Lala reskinned. Like even in
Lala reskinned.
Even because he's in the Forever show, and I'm just like, this is Lala as a parent.
Yep.
I think he's in All American too at one point.
Yeah, was he in the first?
Didn't everyone on that show leave?
Yeah.
It's still going on.
Yeah. All American's still going on.
It's a whole new setting and everything.
Yep.
What show? All American.
All American. Another show with a long lost son who don't know who they.
Why? CW was still going. Like I thought
it's CW. I don't think it got much longer because it's CW and they've changed up their entire format. Like
pretty much.
They be doing too much.
CW sat there and said we're just gonna be completely Vampire Diaries.
No, they changed it from that. They ain't even that no more. They went straight. It's practically game shows and improv stuff now.
Well,
like
they got bought out by that Christian.
What Nexstar?
Yeah,
they got bought out by Nexstar. Oh dear God!
Yep.
They changed it after that.
By Christian.
Yeah, that's why.
Who got bought out by Nexstar?
Yeah, CW.
The Christian network that has immaculate reception no matter where you are.
Oh yeah,
I mean that wholeheartedly. You can be out in the middle of camping and you can get Christ on television. Like what the? I don't even have an antenna.
Yeah,
it went from family type drama, teen drama, supernatural type drama, superhero drama, and then it just flipped it on his head and just said,
nothing.
We're gonna
go game shows, improv. Whose line is it anyway? Show a whole marathon of that. We got plenty of that in the tank. I'm like, yo, they
y'all
just
at least put the good game.
They be knowing exactly what they're doing.
yeah. And like it's celebrity host for game shows. I'm like, when did Raven Simone start hosting a game show? I'm like, what is going on?
Hey, it could be worse. It could be American Gladiators.
Damn.
Give him time.
No, he said something that came out today. That's why he said that.
Oh,
wait.
The Miz is hosting American Gladiators.
Huh?
The who?
The Miz.
Mike Mizanin.
The Miz is going to host. Just bring back the Titan games at this point, because
first of all,
wait. So
really?
pause. American Gladiator, is that one of those shows where they're doing all the crazy obstacle courses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel old the way you just said that. The way you just said that.
No, show yo. The year is 1992. We did not have a lot of television shows on.
So let me tell you how.
Neither of us were born.
No, but I low key like those shows sometimes. But I'm not about to watch them shows. I low key like them, but I'm not about to watch them. Is all I'm gonna say.
Don't get me wrong. American Gladiators in its heyday. Look, we were watching just because we wanted to see the white dude get knocked off the platform. That was me.
Right.
Look,
that's why I watched. That's why I watched MXC, the original MXC.
So that's where it came in for us. MXC, MXC had to be an easy check because it was just two dudes voicing over the entire show. For
That's it. That was it.
Like
that was it.
Japanese people in episode.
Watch this, Kenny. I'm just like, yo,
all the most.
They literally took Takeshi's Castle, put English voiceover, and just turned it something.
Just say some of the wildest stuff, and I'm like, yo, this is funny. And then they say, let's do Wipeout, and I'm like, let's not.
Yeah,
let's
you gave
not.
I couldn't stand Wipeout because
you gave us MXC. You moved to Legends of the Hidden Temple on Gas when that was still around, and then we had Wipeout as the
Wipeout.
I thought Wipeout was stupid because it had water involved, and I can't swim, and so I was just like, why would you?
Traumatized every episode.
I couldn't get into it because it was just like it. Why would y'all sign up for this? Like, if it's just a regular obstacle course or something, then like a test of strength, go for it. But
give these folks 10 years, and they will have the worst knee, neck, and back problems.
But you gotta think. You gotta think. At the time American Gladiators came out, this was when us being kids, we wanted to be on shows like that and Guts and Legends of the Hidden Temple. We got mad at people on Nick Arcade for not picking the right point, and it's
that part.
Damn right. And that's fine. Y'all, some of y'all used to drink from the water hose. So I get it. Yeah. But still,
the best way to go.
And still, it's like
I've got most of my teeth.
I'm not knocking American Gladiator. I'm just saying that when it came to some of the derivatives of them, like Wipeout, it was like nah. Because I think there's one called like In the Belly's Beast or something. Like there's a whole bunch of different of them, and once I will be locked in.
Once you got the hole in the wall, it's like we've fallen as a society.
Look, I knew American Gladiators was done when they did an episode of Family Matters, and Steve Urkel and Carl ended up having a team up on. I was just like, yeah, this show's done. I
understand y'all was trying to do crossovers, but I was liking the fact we had that one dude on there, and he kind of just decleaved a few gladiators, and they got to actually throwing blows like. Oh, this is not scripted. This dude is mad.
So yeah, there's definitely a couple of shows. There's with Black Mothers. There's a couple of comics that have the positive version of Black Mothers. To step in and with the clickety clack, we missed it.
No,
there it is.
There's a show that was
so
genius. Silent Library
was the bomb.
is genius, but the Japanese version will have you pee in your.
I've seen people make versions of it. I never saw the original.
They're so good. That shit used to be. You talking about? I mean, honestly, that entire network. all of their shows in that time were like actually really good before they decided ridiculousness was going to be the standard.
Lord have
Everything
mercy.
before that was actually kind of funny. Okay, Silent
You
Library
talking
used to
about
have
what? I
me.
don't know what kind of deal Rob made with MTV.
Deal with it.
I ain't mad at the check. I'm not. He getting a continuous check. That's for sure.
That's
that's
for
a very
real.
bonita deal.
They got the baby boy deal with BTV.
Like Bob Saget
it's
and
like the
Alfonso
same.
Ribeiro don't have a deal like that with AFV. I'm like, Jesus, all day.
Look, man, at one point, it felt like at one point for every show that he got renewed, he got another show because it moved him to ridiculousness, and then there was what
Robin Big,
Robin Big. Then he had the skating show on Nickelodeon. I'm like, dude, they just throw you a new show.
Like watching
it didn't
Cops
make
on
any
G4.
sense.
Come on,
my
now.
goodness! You remember America's Most Wanted? Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries will have you scared to go outside.
Right? Hey,
don't go out there. They said they was right outside Ohio. Oh man, I'm not.
Unsolved Mysteries or Believe It or Not, and then you followed with America's Most Wanted. Grandmas never left the television Saturday night.
Hey,
listen,
America's Most Wanted used to have me as a kid watching it. Like, there's one story I'll never forget. I'll never forget America's Most Wanted for making me think of that, because it's like, why was I up watching this on this little ass uncolored TV? Like, why was I doing this?
There's nothing worse than having your mother and father tell you to come watch this movie about this kid being kidnapped. Ooh. And it was Adam. And I'm like,
damn.
I'm thinking you're going to have me thoroughly entertained. I know not to talk to strangers. I know this. Why are you trying to scare me?
He was lured into an unsuspecting
I think they really
van with
was.
promises of candy.
Now you know what you need to do.
Bring back.
I don't want to go to bed now. No.
Adam was never
ruined
seen
me
again,
to this
though.
very day. Yes,
they need to bring back To Catch a Predator.
Oh, that was funny.
No,
I don't think that ended, because you got all these different people
hasn't.
doing it. Yeah, they still do it on.
he
Like,
just got
YouTube
bigger.
and
That's
stuff.
all.
Yeah,
People doing it for clicks on YouTube now. So.
Yeah,
I
people
never
do.
knew that.
Because he's Chris Hansen still makes his rounds. He's still and the crazy part is, you would think for those kind of idiots, they should know this show exists. So every time he pops up, oh man, know who you are? Yes, and you know why I'm here. It's just like he's like, so is it real? Oh, it's real. So so they're waiting for me. Yes, they are.
Nah, so they're waiting for me. It's crazy.
It's still. Oh wait, let me go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go change her. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get her some pop. So, you know why you're here, right? He's
smooth in the sports coat.
We're gonna be seeing what's so you wrote on this transcript here. You wrote like dude.
I tripped out the one dude that was a fan. He's like, man, I didn't think this could happen to me. I'm like, why are you excited about being caught? You're about to go to jail, sir.
Some folks are just awful human beings.
That's true. In other news, so episodes, what is it, 10 through 12 tonight for Andor?
Yep.
I think is it 10 through 12?
10 through 12.
No, it's just one.
Is it or is it
just
one?
really long.
Okay. Because I knew they didn't have that many episodes, but
they were going in 3s and 2s for the longest time.
Yeah. But last week we got it got pretty tense. It got pretty hot. It's three straight thing. They did 12 episodes. Jesus. Well, I mean, we all know how it's going to end. I mean, obviously, but it's the journey that's getting there that's been doing it. It's gotten tense. Cassian's girl just literally gave him a Dear John letter. It's like, I can't do this. I ain't strong enough. I know this is your thing, and you can't do it as long as I'm here. You're not gonna do it. I gotta go. I can't be here no more. And I'm like, well, damn, you supposed to be his safe space. This man was ready to sit down and everything. And old boy told him, he said, you are everywhere I'd always need you to be. He don't send them to these places. Cassian just happens to, his circumstances just lead him to wherever he need to go to do something. And I would be on high tension alert. Like my anxiety would be at the tip because the close calls this man has come across this entire series. Like I can't get one plan to go from A to B at all. Like, like I had to steal a experimental TIE fighter. I don't know how to fly the thing. I was like, I end up landing on a planet that's fighting between two factions of freedom fighters. I'm just trying to get somewhere else. They don't know what they're doing.
Pretty much.
Mon Mothma is losing her job. I got to go get her. I got to act like the driver because my guy fired Mon fired that driver.
If on the job training was a show.
Boy,
literally
job training. I'm trying to get this woman out of here. She's part of Rebel Alliance. I shoot her and dog him. I'm like, man, if you got to think on your feet, here it is.
But it is getting to the point to where, like we said, the point to where we all know where it's going. But can we admit that for a show that was kind of written off in its genesis, that now it's becoming one of the more watched Star Wars shows?
Yeah. Because it's it's the birth of the rebellion. Like, we never really asked the question. Like, Star Wars has been around for going on 50 years.
Yep.
And so we never really asked the question, how did Leia get the Death Star plans? We don't ask those questions because we're so enthralled with the lightsabers and the fighting and Vader and we're so drawn in with everything else that we really don't think about the underlying thing. How did this stuff happen? How did it get here? Like we are as adults are realizing just how ruthless they have to be to get stuff done. Like Saul Guerrero, like we've seen him in Rebels, we've seen him pop up here and it. This is probably the first time he's like, I will shoot you in the face to prove my point. Like, can you do the job? Like, so seeing characters that I literally forgot about, like when they're in there turning in their weapons, and they said, "Who does this weapon belong to?" And dude raises his hand. I'm like, I almost didn't recognize him. I forgot he was.
Like, why are we sitting on him?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And it took me to realize somebody had. I don't know who put the post up, but he's one of the people that was locked up with Cassian when he was in that prison. Yeah. I'm like, I would have never recognized that dude.
Asshole.
Yeah,
asshole saying just die. Just go ahead and die. It's gonna be your turn. You're not gonna make it out. Just suck it up and keep it pushing. He was the asshole.
Yeah, I would have never, with facial hair and buzz cut, I would have never recognized that dude. Never recognized that dude.
Put on weight too.
Yeah, like I'm like Lady Mandalore. I'm like, who is this? I'm like I didn't get a name or nothing. So
it's important, okay, but I don't got a name tag. I don't know who this man is.
It's not until they got to line up the screenshots, and I'm like, oh, I never would have thought about that, at all. But people wonder, like, how does the rebellion start? And it starts in small spurts. Like, the people didn't wake up and decide, like, they had to be convinced that this stuff had to happen. People were moving in places. Bail Organa has been moving behind the shadows and managing to keep face the entire. He's like, look, if you gotta go, then I gotta stay. He was like, I don't want to, but I still got my family here. I still got stuff to do. I can still move behind the scenes. Mine was just like, if I'm losing my job, like you said, Lady M, I'm losing my job. Everybody going down. I was like, everybody going down.
Everybody gets one.
I was actually in the speech was quite impressive because I was like, oh, you had the right pieces moving at the right time. to give that speech. You know, shut down the feed. Why isn't the feed shutting down? Stuff happened. Stuff had to happen a certain way, and I'm glad it did. And it was happy accidents. Just about everything they had was a happy accident.
Yep.
I don't know about that. I think the people that fixed the lock were in on it.
You think I glazed a little bit of that.
It felt like they were telling the truth, but they were in on it. I very much do feel like that door was broken all this time, but I do believe they chose today to fix it specifically.
Yeah,
for
we'll
that.
fix it today. We'll put the new code in today.
I need the security key. Where is that? Upstairs, where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You better jog, sprint.
Get on up there. Get on up there.
He had to snatch everything out. It was like, oh, it's too late now. Truth been told. It's out. The secret is out. Like, but I think that was, I don't want to say that was the first domino to fall to get things moving, but that's what definitely escalated a lot of stuff. Spartan, what you think?
I'm sorry. Shoyo is.
You okay?
Go ahead, Shoyo.
Well,
go ahead.
And then to say,
you said plenty.
She's talking to Mayhem, who's at Disney World, about turkey legs.
No, that's not what she said.
What about the turkey?
You gonna pay for me?
100%. I know they got meat in
Read
Andor.
the chat if you want
I
to.
would
We'll be
pay
off
for
topic for
turkey
another-
legs in Andor too. I want the supreme slice slab of meat. Okay, so it don't matter.
Her just powering through the whole situation, like she knows she ain't said what she said the way she said it. You lean back in that seat. You was there too. You were mine. You could have deleted that whole.
I was
thing.
trying to tell you to not pay attention to it so we don't go on this tangent right here, but no.
It's all the better for it, Safari. Don't delete it.
Oh my God! It makes for good comedy or whatever. That's what people expect.
It makes something. That's for sure.
The tags alone from this.
Now I'm hungry. Great.
I'm sorry, Chris. What was the question again?
So I'll say, what was you thinking about? Like these last, not the last three that they're showing tonight, but the what was it 7, 8, 9? Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Slow burn, except until 9. 9 is when it picked up. So 7 and 8, it was all right for how they were building it up. It just went to, for me, I'm like, okay, I don't mind a slow burn, but slow burn is not supposed to be 3/4 of your entire episode. It's either going to be an event and you move on, flash back to that event, then escalate it up. 7 and 8 was slow burners. That's why I'm like, you didn't have to show us getting everybody involved. We knew what you were going to do from 7. But somebody must have heard me at 9 because 9 was like, okay, 4th gear. And
9 is, like I said, 9 is the intense episode because I'm just like, are y'all gonna make it out of here? Like, I mean, I know that Cassian and Mon are making it out of here. We see them later in films. We see them later on. We know it was just what happens for you to get to that point.
But the way they set the entire situation is you didn't see any previous photography.
Like Fantastic Frankie.
Yeah.
She's in for a ride.
Like if you didn't see photography beforehand, you would have thought that old boy Saul would not made it out. Yeah, you thought it really. I go lie. I thought it would be his end. Like, are they really gonna pull that trigger?
Nah, he dies in
I mean, he dies in Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah.
Yeah. But the way,
but I mean, look at like even like I said, even back from Rebels and everything, even from there, like he's popping up. He's not like a mainstay character, but he pops up, and he's like, even then, like, oh, I'm moving behind. I'm putting pieces in place on purpose. He was like,
but the way he be moving though, sometimes like, man, you a little too trusted in folks, sir. Not everybody is your friend. Just some questionable choices were made. That's all I'm saying.
The robot at the end of this is the same one we have in the movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That battle with the Gormans, that was wild. Mon was right to call them out. But that battle with I'm like, these are unarmed people. that's peppered with several rebel spies.
Right.
Like they're just a few rebel spies, and they're picking them off. I'm like, this is the only time stormtroopers are decent shots, because generally they don't hit their mark.
Like 1 for 7.
Like,
that's how I played the episode.
The only reason why they hit their mark, there's the target is wider. There's more people in front of them. They normally don't hit their mark. So, but I think a lot more of them actually got taken out. It looked like, at least the ones that was on the stairs. That was like pushing the line. A lot more of them were like, some well-placed grenades took them out, is what happened. But I don't know. Lady M, what you think?
I thought it was really good. It brought me back to my excitement for Star Wars. Like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? Ooh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? I appreciated the sirens in the background giving this dramatic effect to
every time.
I think that I'm not gonna lie, kind of cried with Andor and his wife/girlfriend kind of dipping on him. Like, I get it. Like, I want you to be great, and if I'm here, you can't be great. So I'm gonna just meet you on the other side of all this shit. If you still gonna be here, we'll both be here, and we'll be here together. Like, I get that.
I hate to see what her story is now, knowing what we know.
Yeah,
knowing what we know.
I don't think old girl makes it out.
Yeah, because we got the 3 of the night, so there's no telling.
He was already on like
very thin ice. Like like the thin ice that she's on is the thin ice that Cassian is on every day, and can somehow.
Is she just randomly going out here and murking motherfucker? Like, oh, green means go, bet go. I'm a do it for the culture.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Like, you got it in you, but you're missing something. You know, it was like you're missing a little bit of something.
Them whale sounds, whatever the fuck they was, they fucked her up real good.
Yeah. That torture she was doing. What was it? Like not last week, the week before, when she was down there and that torture she was dealing with. Oh, she snapped.
Yeah.
Like that was fight or flight right there. That was fight or flight. She was like, "Oh, I don't even care if they hear me. I'm trauma. That is PTSD."
Holy.
You know, like they didn't even care. They was like, "Who's shooting?" They was like, "By the time y'all get there, he dead anyway." I was like, so no point. Yeah. So the show high tension is right is the word. High tension. I'm with it. I wonder if it makes me think about the Acolyte, and I said, this is what you were missing. You were missing that extreme, like you were giving us slow build up and then high tension, but then you drop it back down. It was like, no, you're supposed to keep that pumping. That it ain't supposed to be like build up, high tension. Drop it, build a bit. It was like, yo, you got a high tension and then give us. You got to take that in steps. You can't just drop that because it had purpose.
They should have figured out a way to put that secret character.
Yeah,
like maybe sneak them in like 2 episodes before they ended it.
Yeah.
And
I think that, and that's like even with the Jedis that were involved. Honestly, I feel like we were robbed.
Yeah, for real.
Outside of Daphne King's character, we were robbed.
Very much so.
I feel like we threw her, Jordan. Yeah, we threw Jordan and Jackie away way too fast, right when they were starting to get busy.
Like, Daphne King's character. What was her name? Jordy or
Jackie, Jordan, Jackie. Those are the two like we were looking forward to fighting the entire show, and they didn't make it out the first fight.
Yeah, like Jack, but when she was up there, she was just a Padawan and train, like, and she was handling business. You know, I'm like, oh, she's good. Damn.
Like whenever they gotta pull out the dagger blade or the secret pistol, they're cheating. Like,
yeah. And I think that's what that show was missing in the act, like, because it's overall it's not a bad show. It's just it suffered from bad pacing.
Yep,
that's what it was. It was bad pacing. Like I'm like you had the components there, you just didn't deliver. Like
shows do be suffering from that.
Yeah, they do. So it's like I don't know if there's like campaigns talking about like bring it back. I'm like, yeah, bring it back, give it another shot, do something different. Like continue on, give it the same amount of episodes because it was what 8 episodes. Give it the same amount of episodes, but build it up to that.
Yeah,
because
they need more than 8 episodes.
I thought it was 6.
Was it 6?
I thought it was 6.
Wow.
Either way, it was too short for what they were trying to build up to. Because in order for it felt like they were writing as if they knew they weren't going to get picked up.
They were.
That's fair.
Usually that's when you go all out with it and you start pushing the boundaries. Once you find out you're not getting renewed, or when you find out they're putting you on the network no one watches, you start getting like, usually that's when you up the violence and the graphic stuff. But they kept, we called the pacing by the 3rd episode. It's action, backstory, and it was, once you, what was episode 5 on the planet when everybody was going at it, we didn't want to slow down after that. And then we just went back to the past.
You gave us what, like 3 reveals?
Yeah.
That paid off to nothing. Like, so now you're like, what do you fix that? Like, do you somehow in another show or series or even movie that do you somehow fix those reveals? Not retcon them, but just kind of fix them.
I think you could have a show that does a episode or does some kind of nod to it that explains what happened after everything. Like Plagueis came through and did something, or these 2 twins clashed for decades, and either read a flashback episode of telling their story from someone else's perspective, something.
Yeah, definitely more Plagueis. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like we were right there. Like the one of the few stories that we've actually been curious about that not everybody can read about. You know,
right?
There was an opportunity, and I feel like like everybody else here, I feel like that was the pacing that they just kind of dropped it. They was like, oh, we're gonna give you these 6 episodes and see how it does. 6 is not really a lot to do anything. Like you have to hit the ground. You have to hit the ground running and stay there.
You gotta do flawless, basically.
Like if you're going to do a fast pace of a story, it has to remain the same speed at which you started. Otherwise, people are gonna be wondering. You really lose people. That's what happened with Lost and Heroes and all these other shows. You cannot start fast paced and then eventually decide you want to grind the brakes. Your story falters.
Lost was such a disappointment.
Lost has made you mad.
They also came out in a time where I feel like it was still okay, even if it did fall off, because I remember Lost. Like it still came out at a time where it was just like, we gonna run these seasons regardless. Versus Die, I think is definitely like you're getting limited episodes and you might not get a renewal for your second season. Versus Lost had a lot of content.
Yeah, that was Lost was one of those shows that it was still on the I guess the old formula of television shows where you got like 24 to 26 episodes per season. So you had a chance to break in between and then come back and then your Christmas break. So you had something going for at least a couple months. And then to now where like you're looking at a lot of shows just on streaming and you're getting 6 to 10 if you're lucky, and that's considered a season.
This is British this is European formatting. This is BBC One.
Yeah, but see, they did it better. Even with Doctor Who, they did it better.
Decades to do it the right goddamn way. You tell a story, the end.
Yeah.
American consumption is not built for that. We want it. We want more. We want more. We want more. Do more instead of
like you watch any of Doctor Who episodes outside of what's currently running on Disney Plus, you were getting like hour and a half. you know that, and you would get like 6 episodes that's like that, and like everything, boom, that's your season. But you're getting more story being told. You're right, and like here in the States, we'll give them 45 minutes. No,
I was about to say, but Doctor Who is also very standalone too, instead of just interwoven.
You getting 10 episodes of this one particular show. The end.
Yeah, and everything else is in the balance.
Yeah.
If you get a second season, you get one. If you don't, you don't. You'll find out soon or whatever.
I mean,
or at least in the case of Doctor Who, you getting that season, you won't see us again until Christmas. And that's the special. You know, you get that one episode. Then after that, you ain't seeing us again till probably the next summer. You know, it all depends on scheduling. Like,
and then you got shows, and then you got shows. You get shows that are automatically renewed. Like take Fallout. Fallout had 1 season, and in the middle of that season, we knew season 2 was guaranteed. Season 2 hasn't even came out yet, and they've already greenlighted for season 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think it was just that good.
Yeah.
But that's the point I'm getting at. That's more of a commentary to your show's writing. Like if your show's writing is so good and confident that they have turned around and said, we're going to greenlight the next season for you, that's saying a lot. Because it could be the same thing about The Boys. The Boys got 5 seasons. They're getting their final season, but they can probably go another season. And various other shows. I'm just pointing out the fact that when you're writing and your product is that good, they'll automatically greenlit you for the next one versus ones that are just, on the iffy sides.
Yeah.
They also,
like
I guess I would fall in kind of this. Does Andor have like source material, or is this a completely new story?
It's new.
Yeah.
So I guess that I mean, it's like
it's not the Rogue One movie, and it's basically just do what you want to make everything equal that same endpoint
to come together.
You just
Fallout has source material.
Like why do
you basically got a big ass sandbox to work into? As long as you stay within the 2 events, that's big. That's pretty much what Andor is. As long as you stay between the events of Rogue One and the beginning, you pretty much got open range to do whatever you want.
Yeah, and to make it fit and make sense, like how did it get here? Like
right,
that's what's making it work. Bama made a greater point. He said Lost was a lot of setup, but the payoff wouldn't work. It's right. I think those writers wrote themselves in a situation they couldn't get out of.
And then they went on strike, and then they went on.
Abrams.
Yeah.
Hi, you did it twice.
Yeah.
You did it twice.
And then they had to go
Abrams and Lindelof. Yeah, Abrams and Lindelof, and it was like, you gave us a lot of exposure on something that created a lot of questions, and then you turned around, you answered some of those questions, and then turn around and created more questions that never got answered, and put in exposition that didn't make sense.
And then you turn around and did the same thing to Heroes.
And Lost.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking about the last 3 episodes, or were you talking about those other 2 shows?
Jesus.
Yes.
I walked away from Lost hot.
A lot of people did.
I sat there and I'm like, I recorded this.
Not at the DVR.
Yeah, because I worked second shift at the time, so I'm like, I recorded this, and this still don't make no sense.
That was the one time all TiVo services took a hit.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I'm like, by the end, I was like, the dog too. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like,
damn.
It's the only one that walked out. No, so. Well, we are wrapping it up. One more episode, people. Woo! One more episode. But we're going to do a little different. Shoyo, give us your best sign off.
Oh, Lord heavens.
You knew what this was about.
Well, it's your girl, Shoyo. You can find me on Twitch Friday through Sundays. I will be taking a little bit of a break in the summer. So starting next month through the June through July, I'm taking streaming off. So if I do stream, it'll be very random, but I'm going to try to not stream the entire month the entire 2 months. But you can find me in Discord as always. I'm always available. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube. I'm probably going to be working on YouTube things during that time.
YouTube things.
And right, yay! But long form videos. But I do want to say thank you. It's been fun. I've enjoyed my time. This was a fun episode. I hope you guys remember to take your shows and have a wonderful evening.
Oh, you will be back.
And I quote a very prestigious team. Once an X-Man, always an X-Man. So this is not goodbye forever. This is see you later. Lady Mandalore, talk to the people.
Lord, Jesus. Hi. So my Roomful of Blerds show that is on YouTube and Twitch. You can catch previously recorded episodes on YouTube and Twitch. Navy and I are taking a break until late July, late-ish July.
Yeah, that's somewhere between June and July. It's like in there, man.
No, solid July. No, I need a break. I need a break. But you can catch me doing my video game streaming thing where I tell small children to get the fuck out. And I look for pieces of candy, and I play Jedi Survivor on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless I have a day off, and then it's a gift to you. Pay me, give me money. I need money, please. Tips help incredibly. But no, I don't beg. So if you want to lucky girl up, but
oh my God, Grid or Horror, Geek by Heart. Talk to him, Laney.
What's up, y'all? I am Lane from Geek by Heart. I run Geek by Heart with me and my husband.
Hold on, what the heck's a creamy keyboard? What the hell?
All right, I'm glad you caught it.
It's been for the entire time.
Go ahead, lady. That was whoopsie.
That's what happens after your show, shower.
Okay, so back again, I'm Lane from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart. You can find us doing trailer reviews, doing movie reviews, and me streaming on Wednesdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 5 o'clock or 5:30. Right now, I just started Little Nightmares.
Ooh.
That and do the second one, and then probably do the third one when it comes out. So I'm having fun. I didn't think I was gonna like it.
We should play the third one together.
Huh?
We should play the third one together. It's gonna be co-op.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Done. So you'll find us in December playing the third one together. Boom.
I want to play.
We can play too.
It's like I want.
We could guest star at each of others, so it's all good. I love it.
Hooray!
Giggity.
Hey yo, Captain.
Did he leave?
Hey, stretch, Laney, stretch.
Hey, Laney said this is my time to shine. Okay,
I can tell y'all about the last couple things that I've done. We've done Until Dawn. So if you didn't like this, if you didn't want to see it, you can go see our review of it. We've done Sinners. I actually watched Sinners on Saturday for the second time, and if it's coming out on IMAX for the third time, I will do that.
Nice.
Watch my playthroughs. I did South of Midnight the entire game. My playthroughs are there. Until Dawn, my playthroughs are there. Silent Hill 2, my playthroughs are there. We out here. We be doing shit, okay?
So, Laney, is the long walk a day one watch or no?
There we go.
I feel like it might be because the amount of people that were like, "Yo," who was like, "Yo, read the book," and I think it comes out in September. So I'm like, I might read it over the summer.
Wait, which movie?
Oh my!
The Long Walk or A Long Walk, something like that. It's
The Long Walk, yeah.
Movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
And go. I don't want to talk about the trailer because if you don't know about the trailer, I want you go in as little as possible. That's
yeah, possible Thursday contender. We it very much catches you by surprise when you watch it.
Very. Just go watch the trailer, Kara. Just go watch the trailer. That's all I'm gonna say. On my channel, you must watch it on my channel.
Cap, you muted.
I was about to say, yeah, I noticed. I said no. I had to look. I seen it was by Stephen King, and I had to look it up. And I'm like, okay. I knew there was something going on.
Made by Stephen King, directed by the Hunger Games people. So
exactly, Francis Lawrence. Yep.
So,
no, it's the black dude from the last Aliens movie.
Yes, it is.
I'm cool.
Yes,
I'm a little cool. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Blerds of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It is I, Navy Montel, your frosted here with the crew. You folks break because y'all have been hanging with us tough. Y'all have been showing us love, and you would put the word out because you most viewers are here for the first time. Thank you for coming in and checking it out. We got all the snacks and all the sodas and all the beverages. Just make sure you do the tip. We'll go wait for it. If you want to see what the heck I'm doing, I am on my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I am currently working on my my video for PAX Unplugged 2024. Yes, it's a little bit late, but it was a big event, so I want to make sure I do it right. And who knows, I might have a cameo from my tag partner, my board game tag partner. I am honored to be part of the show with Lady Mandalore, Room Full of Blerds, as we talk about comics and things like that. There are some juicy ones out here. I even put a suggestion in the private for 3 of my incredible folks who I think would definitely get a kick out of that one. And I'll be going to MomoCon. I'll be there next week. So if you are coming to Momo, I will be there in a press capacity because I will be interviewing people as the illustrious Master Roshi. So stand by. And I will say this. Guard your energy, guard your peace. Not everybody's worthy of your time. If you think they're worthy of your time, let them prove to you that they're worthy of your time because your time belongs to you. It is precious. And don't give it to just anybody because you got too many trying to be nice about it. You got too many fuckheads out here, fuck boys, fuck bitches, bitch ass niggas, and everybody out there who are trying their best to take what you got. It's yours. Don't give it to anybody. If they ain't worthy, keep it stepping.
Heard it.
All right.
Amen. I'm sorry.
Amen.
Amen.
We amen off of that?
I thought we get a word. I thought we get a word from Reverend Navy with the congregation.
Here we go.
Oh Lord! I break
at least one more before the season is out.
I break every time. Thank you, sir.
Don't be his speech. Be his. Really, was he?
Yeah.
Don't
So
that's the phrase that pays, baby. Hispanic.
You're racist.
I love it.
Wow.
Wait till I say that to my wife. She's like, "Yo, what?" And I'm like, "Just go with it, honey. Just go with it." You would be surprised the stuff I put Mrs. Fury through. That she's just like, I thought you were going to go crazy later in life, not now.
Damn.
So it's okay. I told her before we started dating. I said, I'm not all there. Ain't my fault you went ahead and said yes there. I didn't force it. You knew what it was when you walked in.
Not when you said yeah. You said yes. You knew what it was.
Yeah.
I was dangerous when you took it.
Yeah. The signs were there. There wasn't no red flags. I told you. Spartan.
Good God. Hang on.
I ain't got time. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
I was gonna say yes. Here at Spartan's Aftercare Daycare, where my son is still up, and said bump going to sleep, Father. I'm just gonna be destructive as usual. Anywho, Black_ Spartan 615 is where you guys can find me. Still doing the shows. We're still covering everything that happens in the world and how the fact we got here every Wednesday at 7. We are going to be back, myself, Tafari, and Joe on Get Bit this Friday, 8:30-ish. Still doing the streaming thing. You get back on it. Finishing Expedition 33, hopefully, because we got
Frozen.
I thought it was me. All right.
No.
You're back. You're back now.
Okay. Yeah, Expedition 33. Expedition 33 and what else?
Okay, yeah, Expedition 33 and Doom the Dark Ages. We're trying to finish Expedition 33 before Doom Dark Ages shows up. That's 2 days from now. At the same time, again, I'm not gonna take away from the Reverend because he says enough. Don't doom scroll. Protect your peace. Check on your loved ones, and on top of that, cosplay rules still apply. Respect the cosplayer. Cosplay is not consent. Wash your ass, please. I got 2 babies that are sick because people did.
Damn.
I thought he put the daggone shield on for those stupid scrolls. He's slightly back.
Those guys, and a world that is cruel, that is kind, that Elon Musk has decided to kill my internet. Be nice, be kind, talk and share your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Well, I guess persistence is the key because we're finally getting our trailer tomorrow. Thank God.
Look, I clipped as many of them reels as I could, and they actually worked. People were looking for it. So
hey, I'll keep giving it to them. So thank you, everybody out there who have been watching and giving us support. Remember to hit that like, that share, that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. You can check us out anywhere you listen to your podcast. You can also check us out on Always Press Record TV. That's APRTV on your Roku devices and Amazon Fire devices. Thank you to some new people that showed up in the chat. Thank you. So once again, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We got one more episode before the season is over.
No.
And we will also be coming back sometime in July when the things start really heating up around here. But tune in this Thursday. We got more stuff talking about. We'll be talking about the season in review and 2 trailers that are supposed to drop tomorrow. So that's going to blow a lot of people's minds. So so be there for that. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to Shoyo for coming in and giving us her best Tony Chopper impressions and just keeping us laughing. And like, she's always part of the crew. Once you're in this crew, we just dropping you off for a little bit. That's all. He's like, it don't take nothing but a Hail Mary. Hey, Captain, like, say less. Come on through.
right.
Like,
it's like Brock from Pokemon. You'll be back.
Yeah.
Brock, that's crazy. That's my guy right there.
So, like, I'll send down a shuttle for you. So, but thank you to everyone that's out there watching. Thank you to everybody that's out there supporting us. Be sure to sign up for Blerd Station. And if you've been noticing, I've been campaigning for Ironheart, the trailer, and I'm not the only one. So shout out to Jamie Broadnex of Black Girl Nerds, Blerd Without Fear, Fantastic Frankie. There's plenty of other people out there that's fighting and doing the good fight for seeing stuff that's looking for characters that look like us, that's by us and being created. But if you like stuff like that, and if you like things like Sinners and like things like Lovecraft Country, be sure to sign up for Blerd Station. Blerd Station will be launching. We are looking at this year, actually. So if you want speculative fiction by people that look like you, by you, for you, that talk about your stories, that's where you want to go. That's when you want to be. That's what you want to talk about. So go check out Blerd Station. Go to blerdstation.com. You can sign up under Blerd's Eyeview. The whole crew's there. So it doesn't matter which one. $10.99 gets you in $10.99 a month for an entire year. You own a piece of the company. So imagine watching something and you get paid to be entertained. That's Blerd Station. And you don't have to worry about your shows getting canceled. Just saying. Or the algorithm burying the show that you like. I'm just saying. And the people that have something like that's creative, whether it's a comic book, an anime, a manga, live action, or a cartoon that's being shown on there, you keep your IP. It's yours. We just want to distribute it. We just want to see you shine. So, blerdstation.com, go sign up. There's still time. Thank you, Shoyo. Thank you to the crew.
Yeah.
And as always, do remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I'm Chris Fury with this lovely crew, minus 2. We're out. See you Thursday for the season finale. See you then, people.